Hi, everyone. This is the daily weather hazard briefing from the National Weather Service office here in Pocatello, Idaho for Thursday, August 17th. It is still going to be hot today, and winds will start to pick up a bit through the afternoon, but we'll also see the return of the potential for some showers and storms in the forecast today. And then that's going to be the case really going through the next several days, really even through the weekend and into early next week. So, high pressure has been solidly in control of our weather pattern for the last few days. That is starting to loosen its grip and opening the door for some more of that monsoon moisture to arrive over the next couple of days. But then we'll be looking for some more tropical moisture arriving as we get into Sunday into Monday, especially. So that covers a few of the key points here this morning. Again, still hot today. We are going to be back into the 90s once again today, and eventually we'll start to cool things down as we get into the weekend, as we get some more cloud cover and moisture working into the area. As our temperatures are going to drop back down into the 70s and 80s for highs by that point. And then the winds are going to pick up a bit more, especially as we get into Friday and Saturday. Here's a look at satellite this morning. Again, right now, things are still pretty quiet across all of Idaho. As far as any moisture goes, we're not really looking at a whole lot. As far as cloud cover, most of that is still to our south, but eventually all that is going to move a bit farther north today. So, again, we will see the return of some more showers and storms as we get into this afternoon and this evening. Our weather risk outlook grid starting to get a little bit more interesting, to say the least, or certainly filling up with some potentially impactful weather, especially as we get into the weekend there. But overall, for today and tomorrow, it stays hot with some isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms. Windy and breezy as we get into Friday and Saturday, too. But then, as I mentioned earlier, with some more tropical moisture headed our way Sunday into Monday, we'll basically just see scattered showers with a few thunderstorms mixing in. But at that point, probably mostly rain with some embedded thunderstorms. As far as temperatures go today, once again, it is hot. Many of us will probably fall short of some record highs compared to the last couple days, but we'll still be pretty close. Most of us in those mid to upper 90s across most of the area. Wind gusts this afternoon starting to get to about 25, almost 30 miles per hour in a few spots. Granted, we'll probably see some stronger gusts with any storms out there. Potentially some gusts around 40 to 50 miles per hour with those storms. As far as how dry it is, well, it's still dry out there as we go through today. And really, even into Friday and Saturday, it's not kind of until we get to Sunday that we finally start to see these humidities kind of recovering a bit better. You'll notice minimum relative humidities for the rest of today, still mostly in the teens to some low and mid 20s. Here is one model's take on what things could look like as we get into this afternoon and evening as some of those showers and storms start to pop up. Again, moving in from the south with more of that monsoon moisture arriving. Certainly won't be for everyone. A lot of us will stay dry, but the radar should be a bit more active than what we've seen over the past few days. Temperatures as we get into tomorrow. Well, most of us will start the day off in those mid 60s to upper 50s to mid 60s early in the morning. And then we're going to warm right back up into the low 90s for Friday afternoon. So technically cooler, but still plenty hot. Those winds, though, are going to be much more noticeable as we get into Friday with some of those gusts to about 35, even potentially 40 miles per hour, especially through the central mountains. That is where it's going to be the strongest, but even through the rest of the area, most of us looking at 25 to 30 mile per hour gusts. Minimum relative humidities on Friday, still pretty dry out there. A little bit better with more of us in those mid-20s, but again, still fairly dry. We get into highs on Saturday. You'll notice still a slow cooling trend. Most of us in the mid and upper 80s for afternoon highs there. Bit breezy on Saturday still too, with generally gusts for everybody anywhere from 25 to about 35 miles per hour. As we get into Sunday, we continue cooling with more of us in the 70s to low 80s for afternoon highs. Monday, basically a repeat of Sunday. Again, that's when we're going to see more of that tropical moisture working its way into the area. So increased cloud cover, increased more widespread showers, and that will keep us a little bit cooler there. So Until we get to that, though, it is still going to be hot with highs generally in the 90s, especially today and even into tomorrow. We'll cool things down as we go through the weekend and into early next week, but it's a fairly short-lived cool down. By the middle part of next week, most of us are going to be back into the mid and upper 80s. Isolated scattered showers and storms today. Those will become, like I said, more widespread as we go through the weekend, especially Sunday into Monday. And those winds are really going to pick up there Friday and Saturday too. Of course, you can always find the latest forecast information on our website. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead and give us a phone call or send us an email. Of course, the best way to get in touch with us and stay connected is going to be through social media. Have a great day.